Taxes are one of the many things that go along with being an adult, along with budgeting, finances, buying a used car, or spotting a scam. And many of those topics aren't taught in the classroom or at home. Starting next week, Michigan State University Extension is hosting free Adulting 101 classes geared towards West Michigan teens and college students. Here to talk more about the online courses, we have Lori Rivetto, an educator with MSU's Extension Initiative. Thank you for being here with us, Lori.
Thank you, Amber, for having us.
Yeah, so you say there are no assignments. It's just about being present. Talk about the classes this year, the topics, and what people can expect.
We have a great selection of classes this year. We are covering financial topics, like you mentioned, fraud fighting, being an informed renter, getting a used car. We're covering topics such as cooking with confidence or eating smart, healthy meals. And then we've got a lot that are around things like technology. So AI is a very popular topic now. How do you use it smart, and how do you use it in a safe way? Personally and professionally. We have one with the Michigan State Police looking about being safe about what young people post online. And then one's about emergency preparedness, the realities of being a pet care owner, mental health, and having a toolkit. So just a lot of topics that, as you mentioned, are not always taught in school, and sometimes our parents and guardians aren't always equipped to teach about these, but they're super helpful for being successful in the future for our young people.
And Lori, this has been going on for several years now?
Yeah, several years. We've been offering this series. It's looked different topics every year, but we've been offering it for quite a few years. Last year in 2025, we had over 374 people attend the different webinars. We also offer many of them recorded and online, so people can watch them after the fact, or if they miss it live, they can also catch the content. We usually offer those on our website for about a year after the webinar was presented live.
What's the response been like, the feedback? What are you hearing from young people after they take these classes?
A lot of times we're hearing about how it's been helpful for young people to know that they're not alone. We've had young people share that they thought they were the only one who was feeling unprepared or anxious about what the future would hold, and being prepared with the skills they need to be successful. And when they've attended these, they've learned they're not alone, that they have other resources available to them. Sometimes the content is not something that they need at that exact moment, but it's also equipping them with the tools to be lifelong learners and to know that there's information, there's organizations, there's resources out there to help them if they need to learn more in the future, that these are not topics that they have to figure out on their own, that there are experts and professionals out there to support them. So we've had a great reception from young people, and then parents and guardians have been very, very helpful, that and appreciative that this is something that has been provided to continue conversations sometimes in the home as well about a topic that sometimes it's not always great to hear it from a parent or guardian.
Yeah, right. And the really cool part about this too, Lori, it's free. How can people sign up?
It is free. So we just have a website where you would register for through MSU Extension for the sessions that you're interested in. One topic, you could attend all the topics. They're held once a month through the month of November. So we go January through November 2026, and they can sign up, select the ones they're interested in, and then get the Zoom webinar link and join us to learn more.
Very cool, love it. Lori, anything else that you want to share that I missed?
No, I think that you've covered it. It's just a really great opportunity for young people. And I will say it's also open to adults. So I know sometimes we're not always given the same information. We don't get a manual on how to be adults. And so it's a space where we welcome others as well. If it's a topic that seems of interest, we welcome people to come out and learn more, and to join the webinars wherever you are. The cool part is we've had people across the state of Michigan, but also from outside of the state join us to learn more about the different topics. And we take the topics based on feedback from participants in the past. So they share what they're interested in, and we try to find instructors and experts that can help share that content.
Yeah, really cool what you're doing over there. Lori Rivetto with MSU, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.